Then we'll be news back with another video. In today's video is going to be my opinion on the 2020 Copa Diversion hats. Now, I think a minor league baseball video is much due on this channel, and I thought this would be the perfect video. There are some hats that are good, there are some hats that are okay, there are some hats that are bad. And so if you like this kind of content on the channel, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications so you will get notified whenever I upload. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into this video. Starting off with the Amarillo Sod Poodles, which I don't really like this hat, but just because of the logo. I'm not a big fan of the logo. The bill is okay. I don't really like the bill, but it's okay. I think if you got a better logo, maybe even a different colored bill, I think this could be a lot better of a hat. Moving on now to the Asheville Tourist one, where this is an okay hat. I think it's above average. I think this is actually a pretty good hat. The orange bill is, once again, okay. The only gripe that I have with this hat is definitely the orange bill. I think the logo is a lot better than some of the other ones that we will see in this video. Moving on to the Boise Hawks one, where this one is okay. I like the hat, I just don't like the logo that's on the hat. The logo is creative, but I don't really like it. Moving on to the Bowling Green Hot Rods, where this one has to be one of the worst hats for the 2020 Copa Diversion hats. And that's because I don't like the yellow, and I don't really like the logo either. The mustard yellow does not look very good, neither does the logo in my opinion, so this one definitely is down on my list. Moving on to the Burlington Royals, where this is a okay hat. The logo is okay. It looks a little plain with just the M, but it's okay. I do like the black hat. It's an okay hat. Next we go to the Cedar Rapids Colonels, and it feels like they just copied the Charleston River Dogs hat here and pretty much put a green bill on it and a different logo. And I think if they put a blue navy bill and a yellow bill, I think this could be a lot better of a hat. Moving on to the Charlotte Stone Crabs, where I do not like the green on this hat. I think you should have a all red hat instead of an all black hat. And I think the green is not that great. I also think the logo could be a whole lot better. Moving on to the Down East Wood Ducks one, which is a lot better, much improved from last year's one in 2019. And I think this Avocados hat is a pretty nice hat. I like the half and half hat right here. And I think this is a pretty good hat. Moving on to the Durham Bulls, where it kind of looks like they just copied the Gwinnett Stripers hat, but went with a different logo. I do like the Gwinnett Stripers hat. I just do not like this Durham Bulls hat because of the terrible logo, in my opinion. Moving on to the Fayetteville Woodpeckers, and this hat looks a lot like this Down East Wood Ducks hat. Feels like they just copied the Down East Wood Ducks hat and put a different logo on it. Moving on to the Fort Wayne Tin Caps, where this is one of the worst hats. If you're going to do the half and half hat with me, I think you should do the green in the back right here and the white in the front. I think it would be a whole lot better. I don't think it would be good, but I think it would be better. And I don't like the logo either. The logo's really terrible. Not a very good hat right there. Moving on to the Fresno Grizzlies, where this is not a hat that I like. I don't like the color of red right there. Neither do I like the yellow bill. Neither do I like the car right there. I don't really like that hat. Moving on to the Harrisburg Senators, where I'm not a big fan of this hat. And I don't like this right there where you can see my mouse on. I don't like that. I think if you're going to do the half and half hat, you've got to do the half and half hat. And this logo is not the greatest either. Neither is the green bill. That was not a great hat in my opinion. Moving on to the Hudson Valley, whatever their last name is, I don't know it. So they have a half black and a half red hat, and I do like this hat. The logo could be better, but it's better than some other logos. Moving on to the Idaho Falls Chuckers, where I think they should just go with their original stuff. That's just because this is terrible. That logo's just so bad. The green's so bad. The blue just is really not that great on the hat. Either one of the worst hats, in my opinion. Moving on to the Portland Sea Dogs, where I do not like the logo on this one. I am confused what this logo means, and it just I'm confused. I don't get this hat. Moving on to the Northwest Arkansas Naturals, and this green hat, the green bill, I'm not a fan of. Neither do I like the half green hat, half white on this hat. Neither do I really like the logo. But I think if possibly you went with the half white, the half red, and maybe a black bill, I think that the hat would be a whole lot better. Moving on to the Ogen Raptors. This has potential of being such a nice hat, in my opinion. I think if you get rid of the green and you put a red right there, it would look really, really good. I think this is still a really good hat. I just do not like the green. I think their logo is pretty creative and cool. Moving on to the Chiefs, where this is an okay hat, Charlotte Hornets colors. This is okay. I'm not sure how I feel about the logo. The logo's okay. Moving on to the Reading Fighting Fields, where this is this half white, this half black one. It's okay. I think this could be so much better, though. I think if they got a better logo, this hat could be really good. I think they should have sticked with what they went with in 2019. Moving on to the Rochester Red Wings, where this looks a lot like the Tennessee Smokies hat. And I compare it to the Tennessee Smokies hat because the Smokies hat obviously is quite a bit better in my opinion. I like the half and half hat of the Smokies a lot better. I think they kind of tried to duplicate that, but they should have got a better logo, in my opinion. Moving on to the Rocky Mountain Vibes, which this is one of the worst hats. That logo's terrible. The bill doesn't look that great. This is okay. The purple and white half, that's okay. Not a big fan of it, though. Moving on to the Salem Kaiser Volcanoes. And this hat could look so creative and so cool, but instead it's this. The volcano right there looks pretty cool, but this logo's just so bad right there. And I don't like the half yellow, half white usually, and it's not really that great of a hat. Moving on to the South Bend Cubs, and this is another one of these hats that really does have potential. I think if you went with the black bill and maybe a better logo, this could be a really good hat. Moving on to the Springfield Cardinals, where I think this is one of the better hats, to be honest. And this looks a lot like one of the Cardinals hats that they use occasionally. I think this is a really good hat. Definitely at the top of my list of 2020 Copa Law Diversion hats. I think the Springfield Cardinals could use this as a regular hat. Moving on to the Tri-City Valley Cats. And this is an okay hat. Don't really like the green. It's okay. The logo, I think, is actually pretty creative. Moving on to the remaining teams that these are pretty much the hats that have been introduced before. They've been used before, but I'm going to give my opinion on it. So starting off with the Arkansas's one right here. This is okay. Not a big fan of the yellow, nor the green, or the logo. Moving on to this hat where I don't like the logo. I'm not a big fan of the green either, but I could deal with the green with a better logo. Moving on to this hat where it's okay. The mustard yellow is just not doing it for me. I think this has better potential. Moving on to this hat where this is actually a decent hat. And I think this looks a lot like the old Tampa Yankees hat. And that's just because it's a lot like it, and it does look a lot like it. Minus the logo, and I think the Tampa Yankees hat was better than this. Moving on to this hat where I don't like the orange. Not a big fan of the blue, but I could deal with the blue. The orange and the logo is just terrible. Moving on to the Charleston River Dogs one, where this one's okay. I'm not a big fan of it, but it's okay. Moving on to the Chattanooga Lookouts, and this is one of the ones that is closest to their actual one. And that is just because they usually have the red C and the red bill, and it's not that. It's similar to the one, it's okay. Moving on to this hat where I don't really like the pink, nor do I like the logo. Moving on to the Columbia Fireflies, where the logo I do not like, but I think if you could get a better logo, this could turn into a nice hat. Neither do I like the red right there. Moving on to the Columbus Clippers, where this is an okay hat. I don't really like it, but it's okay. Moving on to the Corpus Christi Hooks, where this is, once again, okay. I don't like the logo. Neither do I like the green. I think this is definitely below average. Moving on to the Daytona Tortugas. And this has such good potential, in my opinion. I think if you got a maybe green hat, this could look so much better. Or if you even went with a half and half hat, I think this could look so much better. But I still think it's closer to the top than the bottom. Moving on to the Delmarva Shorebirds, where this one's okay. I'm not a big fan of it, to be honest, but it's okay. We're moving on to this hat where it's okay. Once again, don't really like the logo, but it's okay. Moving on to this one where I do like the half and half hat right here. I think it's a lot better than the Bowling Green Hot Rods one, but it's okay. Moving on to the Erie Seawolves, where this one's just okay. Don't really like the logo. Iguana Emeralds, this one's below average. This one is okay. I don't know how I feel about that one. Moving on to this hat, which looks a lot like the Tennessee Smokies hat once again. That's half and half, and this is an okay hat. Now, the winner of this video is by far the Ocelotes de Greensboro. They had the best Cuba Diversion hat, in my opinion. Yes, they have the green, but the green is placed so well on this hat. What a good hat. Moving on to the Greenfield Drive, where this is once again okay. I'm not a big fan of it, but it's okay. Moving on to the Gwinnett Stripers one, where it's okay. I don't really like it, but I think it's okay. So, there will be a second video on this, so make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you won't miss out on that one. So, that's going to be the end of the video. If you like this kind of content on the channel, don't forget to leave like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you will get notified whenever I upload. Let's try to get 5 likes on this video for part 2 this week. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back with more videos soon. And make sure to check out my basketball channel, PLB with Basketball News, and my football channel, PLB with Football News. Thank you for watching, and I will be back with more videos soon.